just a little flyer that was made up about PechaKucha. I'm not going to say it in Japanese because I would screw it up. And so we have 2 sessions during the day, but it's just kind of a drop-in thing. The kids can come in anytime. And some of the kids had signed up ahead of time, and some just were walking down the street with their parents shopping and decided to come in. This is Sophie. She is 4 years old, and she has an older brother who's 7 who comes to art classes here, but this was Sophie's first time because she's so little. So she was very enthusiastic. She was here right at 9 o'clock, ready to go, and she wanted to paint. And her mom said she never paints. I don't know why she all of a sudden wants to paint, but this is great because normally she hates painting. So she painted a turtle, and then she painted a flower, and a tree, and a dragonfly, and the sun. And she had a blast painting that, and choosing her own colors, and holding the brush, and that's her mom, Reggie. She was working on her work. And she was just very excited to be here. And her mom is very supportive of our programs here. She's working on a family portrait in that picture. And see, this is Sophie with the flower in her braid, and that's her dad with the crazy hair. And her mom is holding the baby brother, who's 7 months old. And this is her older brother, Ethan. And she put we did a sugar chalk skulls family night back in October, so she used the sugar glitter on it to make it sparkly. This is Casey, and he is Grace. Grace is our event coordinator. She's in the back. This is her son, and yesterday was his 12th birthday. So he came in to do some artwork with us today. And he is inspired by Jeff Helm. And if you all look behind you, it's kind of in the dark, but where that little Christmas tree is, that is Jeff Rowe's work, the fish cutouts on the wall and paintings. And he has a hammerhead shark that we had here in August, and it was hanging from the ceiling. And Casey was really excited by it, so he did a hammerhead shark today. So this is him working on it. And he was very meticulous, and look at how beautiful that is. The colors, it just pops right off the page. So I was very impressed with Casey. He's a great kid. Great kid. And he lives in Yorktown, so he came all the way up here just to do art with us. And anything you want to say about Casey, Grace? He is the light of her life. Okay, this is Drew and Nate, and they're both 6 years old. They're brothers. And they live in Deltaville, and they're out with their family, just hanging out on Main Street. They came, I guess they came for the oyster tasting at Kelsick Market, and saw the big sign I had outside, so they came inside to make art. And they are 2 of the most creative kids I have ever seen. They just wanted to use everything. They didn't want to do one thing, they wanted to use everything. They didn't start with something in mind, they just said, ooh, what do we have? Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. So he started with chalk pastels, which he covered up, and he used paint. This is Drew, and his is just crazy abstract stuff everywhere. There's paint, there's chalk, there's pencil, there's marker, there's stickers, there's duct tape, there's glitter glue, and he just had a blast. He just worked and worked and worked, and he actually punched holes and put wire through it and went off the page. So you can see there's just no limit to what this kid can do. Very creative. And their mom is from South Africa, and she speaks 7 languages, one of which is Japanese because she lived there for a time as a student. So she knew how to say it. And she actually wrote their names in Japanese later, writing a picture of it. So this is Nate, and he started with the chalk and then covered it up, and then did more chalk, and then painted, and then put duct tape on, and he would glitter on top of the duct tape in the same color as the duct tape, so it just looked like it had sandpaper on it, like it was really textured. It was kind of neat. And then he got the finger paint out, and he used finger paint, and he sat there for a good 10 minutes, just really meek. Like his brother started right away, but he was just sitting there like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. And then he just started, and there was no stopping him. And he wanted to do another one when he finished, but that was a good hour and a half, 2 hours of work right there. And this is Holly Shipley, and she was with them. She and her mom were with them, and she wasn't going to do anything. She left, she came back, she left, she came back. And then she said, oh, duct tape. She got excited. So we have a duct tape masterpiece for the teenager. And she was a great sport, and she didn't want her picture taken, and she's like, yeah, you can take my picture. So it was exciting to have her here. And she lives in Deltaville also. So we're getting people from all over the place, and I know most of you aren't from Gloucester either, right? Some of you come from Williamsburg and elsewhere. So we're trying to become more of a focus point for people to come into our lovely town. And this is Katie. I think she's 14. And she came in and said, art, and her eyes just lit up, and she went straight to the back, and she just sat down and started drawing. As you can see, she's very, very focused. And her mom said that she's always like that with her artwork. She just loves doing it. You can see she's painting a mermaid. So you can see the different stages when she started and then as she continued. And every color was chosen very carefully, and composition was done carefully. She held it up to the light to look at it and see how it looked. She's very professional. And yeah, it's just beautiful. So, they'll all be coming back, I'm sure, to do more family art days and art classes. We do summer camp also. But this was, we just started this in August. So it's been really slow getting started, getting the word out. And it's free, so, you know, people should come. But people here play football when they play soccer and it's fall. So hopefully we'll start getting more kids in, because it's a great time. It's a great bonding experience to do something with your parents or your grandparents, instead of just being sent to camp or sent to class or whatever. So thank you all for coming.